Alright, what's up YouTube? MPAP here. Hopefully you guys can even hear me. I don't know how good the microphone is on this phone, but we'll see. Yeah, I need to do a bit of a channel update because, as you might have known, I haven't really uploaded any gameplay for Punch-Out for almost a year now. The last thing I did was a Piston Honda 2 high score. Got just over 21,000, I think. 21,300 or something. Anyway, yeah, the reason I'm even walking outside, like, I could have easily done this video in my room or something like that, but I don't know, it feels weird. I did it kind of on purpose because it feels fucking weird to upload a video, to do it like in public, even though I fucking basically walked halfway around this like reserve and there's no one here. There's like someone at the train station behind me, but like people don't care, like they don't care, I don't know. Anyway, like it's to cause like a bit of anxiety, like on purpose, because there's really nothing to worry about, you know? Anyway, oh, there are people in the reserve, they're sitting near the river. So yeah, channel update. I don't think I'm gonna be uploading any more Punch-Out, like solid gameplay, good gameplay, professional gameplay, whatever you want to call it. Professional, I don't even get paid to do it, but yeah, I don't think I'm going to be uploading anymore because the game simply is not fun for me anymore. It's simple as that. I don't have fun playing at all. Smashing out those last few tutorials was good, I guess. I like really pushed myself to finish them. Gonna be honest, the reason I made the tutorials was when I started it was basically to make other people run, well, not make them, but, you know, induce other people to run the category, just so I could have some motivation to play it myself. You know, generate a bit of competition, because it's kind of boring just trying to beat my own PBs. And even then, like, other people could find new strategies, and then if they're better than mine, I can use the strategies they find and beat their score back, or, you know, essentially bounce ideas off each other. And yeah. Anyway, so even after all that, like, whether someone else runs the category anymore, like, I'd like people to, but even if they do come and beat some of my scores, I'm not going back because it's just not worth it. And the main reason is because the whole reason I got into speedrunning was basically just to have a sense of accomplishment in something at like the worst point in my life where I was super depressed. Like, that's why I got into speedrunning, but it was just something I was like, hey, I could be good at this if I put some time into it. It's a very mostly antisocial activity. You don't have to talk to anyone, but I guess, like, you don't have to be there in person with anyone. You can just do it in your room, whatever. Get some PBs and talk to people that are the only people that are going to come and watch you are people that are interested in the game anyway. So that was kind of the point of that. So yeah, if you are looking to see any more Punch-Out gameplay, you're probably not going to find it on this channel at all. Yeah, just not going to be really uploading anymore for that stuff. Any gaming stuff wise, I might do a little bit, because I'm going to be doing something else with my channel now. Let's walk this way. Oh, there's a basketball ring here. You'll probably actually see this basketball ring. Let me get a view of it in one of my future videos, because I'm going to be documenting mainly some, geez, it's light. This is some maybe like self-development sort of stuff, because I've been trying to improve myself in a few things. Yeah, aspects of my life, and been mainly working on that from the start of the maybe not heavily, I could be working hard, let's be honest here. But like, I started mainly last year, maybe like a quarter or a third the way into the start of 2021, and it did help a lot. I mainly did it with no guide. I just kind of just jumped into it, just like, yeah, I'm gonna like do this, focus on this thing, stop focusing on these other stupid things that I don't need to focus on, and it definitely did improve the aspects of my life, like quite significantly actually. But now I'm probably working, I don't know, maybe only twice as hard, which is still not that much compared to then. Honestly, I could be working probably like, I don't know, maybe like 3 or 4 times harder now, and then that'd be like at a level where I'd be like, all right, this is like, I don't know, maybe I always have high expectations for myself, and I always disappoint myself as well. That's the I don't know, it's like when I get to that level, I'm 3 or 4 times better, 3 or 4 times better, harder than I'm working right now. I'd be like, well, I could probably be working 2 or 3 times harder, couldn't I? Like when I do reach that level, if I ever do reach that level, I don't know. I'm pretty hard on myself. Anyway, so we're probably uploading some of that stuff, just like developing skills. Nothing in like particular, perhaps not even useful in a practical sense. Like, all right, so for instance, like I have never been able to dunk a basketball. I've played basketball since I was like 8 years old, sort of like competitively. I was like, mum and dad pushed me into like playing for a club from like 8 or 9 years old, and I stopped playing club at like 15, something like that. And yeah, I basically told them I want to focus on school. I want to focus on school and not have to go train twice a week for an hour and a half each, and then play a game where I was decent at basketball. I was like, I'd go up into an age group like under 16s or something, and I'd start in Div 2 or Div 3, and then in the second year of under 16s I'd be in Div 1. Like I wasn't that bad. Like I wasn't the best on the team like ever, but you know, I was useful. I was good at defense. My shooting never took off. My mid-range. Played a game last night though. I was pretty good there. I played well. I just play casually now, like just to pick up games with mates against another group of people and their mates. You know. Yeah. Where was I going with this? So yeah, I like told my parents I don't want to play basketball anymore. To focus on school. And the funny thing is, like, I'm coming up to a road here, so I might have to turn around in a sec. I was like, the funny thing is, like, I stopped playing basketball and so I could focus on school. My grades in fucking school dropped. This is like around year 10. I was in year 10. I'd be doing like 7 subjects or something like that, like whatever. It's like, not like you get to, there's a car coming. Not like you get to pick, well, you get to pick a few, but it's like everyone does 7 subjects in year 10 or whatever it is. I don't even remember. It's like 7. Anyway, all right, let's turn around. Make sure no cars are coming. Yeah, so I was like, I'd probably get like half of my grades, or just under half, like 3 or 4 of my subjects would be like, I'd get an A, and then the rest would be a B, and like I'd be pretty proud of that. That's pretty good. But when I stopped playing basketball and I got to year like 11 and 12 at school, my grades became like B's and C's. It was to focus on school. I don't know. I think it was, I didn't push myself anymore to like learn. I basically like just cruised through. Like my like natural talent, I suppose, could get me A's and B's in like year 8, 9 and 10. But after like that, if you don't like, hard work beats talent if talent doesn't work hard, I suppose. Like, I wouldn't say I'm talented at school, but you know, I'm not completely stupid, I think. the stupid thing was not working hard when I should have been. So yeah, and basically ever since then, I'm nearly 28 now, nearly 28 years old. I'm 28 in like 21 days, I think, 3 weeks. So I stopped playing basketball like nearly half my life ago, like having the sort of discipline you need to do that, going every training and stuff like that. And that was when my life probably started to take a plateau, or even like, it probably plateaued for a bit, and then it like went downhill kind of after high school, because, you know, not working hard, never working hard on myself, improving, and it caused me to have like develop depression and stuff like that, anxiety. Like I like didn't want to go outside. I'd be drinking alcohol a lot. I'd be drunk and getting driven home by a person who is also drunk. Not very smart. Don't do that. Yeah. There's another car coming. He wants to park, that's alright. We're good. I don't know, I'm probably going to cut some bits out that are like boring, because I actually don't know really what I want to talk about. Let's go back to the park. So yeah, like I've never been able to dunk a basketball, so we'll see. I've been doing like a whole bunch of exercise, like I said, like halfway through last year, quarter way through last year, I was working a bit on my like strength, getting back into shape. I have like a photo of me from like some ID card I took, and I look like I'm on fucking drugs in the photo. Like I have taken drugs, but not a huge amount. Like there is no reason for me to look this fucking, my skin is like gray. I just like, my face is all puffed up. It's just like horrible. And then, yeah, I like don't even look real. And then, so where the fuck was I going with this? I don't even remember. I just go on tangents a lot. Yeah, so I've been working on upper body strength. That's what I've been doing. And kind of neglecting leg day, kind of on purpose, but also like procrastinating because there's no fucking reason to not do it. But at least I want to document it, but I also want like a better setup than fucking just using my phone camera. But I'm also procrastinating about getting like a better camera to do it, so yeah, I could like be doing leg day. Anyway, so I've got like some exercises and stuff lined up, some routine thing to do. I'll do two or three times a week, and let's see if I can like actually increase my my jump height and how long it'll take me to dunk. I don't even know how long it would take, because I don't know, I'm nearly 28 years old. I should be able to get there. I think I can, because compared to the average person, I'm probably a bit, I'd say I'm a bit above the average athletically. So another small tangent. Basically in like year 5, when I was like 9 or 10 years old, I entered like the 800 meters, like for my school at that age group, whatever age group I was at. And I came second in my like age group, so the school of like 400 kids. So I don't know, there's probably like 80 of us in my age group. Not 80, yeah, I don't know, 80, 70, 60, 70, 80, I don't know. And I came second. The guy who came first like did like I played basketball, he did like athletics, so he came first. And then so it was the top 2. We got sent to like compete against like schools in the, not the state, but like the metropolitan area. So like the schools like near the city. Like I'm in South Australia, so wouldn't be competing against all the country boys, but just in the state, in the metropolitan area, sorry. And like, apparently I talked to my mum about it. She's like, she's like, on the day, like competing against all these other kids, I don't know. And then my mum, she was like, yeah, you were sick that day. I'm like, what? Was I really sick? She's like, yeah, you're like feeling a bit sick and you didn't want to do it. I'm like, I don't remember that, but she said, anyway, she's like, I didn't want to do it. She's like, no, do it. And I ended up coming 3rd. The kid in my school who beat me, he came 1st. He beat me by about, the 800 meter race, he beat me by about, trying to remember, maybe like 800 meters. The whole race is 800 meters. He beat me by maybe like 50 to 80 meters, something like that. And the guy who came 2nd, we were basically like neck and neck until probably the last 50 meters, and his legs just kept going. But the good thing is, like, apparently my mum said I was sick and I did not train for the event at all. Like, I didn't do any specific like running training. This is just like me being a kid doing what I do. Like, and I came 3rd. So imagine if I did like practice and stuff like that, like the kid in my school who did athletics. He did a lot of running. He was so good. He did like cross country and stuff like that. He came 17th in all of Australia, I think. I still remember that. He came like top 20 in all of Australia. That's how good he was at long distance running. And I came 2nd to him by like not that much. He was a short kid. He was always maybe like 7 or 8 inches shorter than me. I don't know. I wasn't really friends with him though. Yeah. Anyway, so if I can manage to dunk eventually, like I should be able to. I can get like, with my hand here, I can get like on a good jump with like my basketball shoes on, I can get like to this like finger into the ring. I need to jump off 2 feet. I can't jump off 1 foot. So, I don't know. We'll see. We'll see how I do. But I haven't done like any leg training at all, and I can get that high. I'm 6 foot. I'm like almost 6'2". I'm like 186 centimeters. I think it's like just off of 6'2", like 6'1 3/4 or something like that. So I think I should be able to dunk. Like, I don't know whether it takes me 6 months or a year. We'll see. Or maybe 2 months if I'm lucky. We'll see. Injuries, neglect. Hopefully I don't get like injured and stuff like that. Anyway, so that's like one of the videos or one of the progression things I want to do. Anyway. So yeah, basically the last like half of my life has been like plateau or like in decline, which realistically is like you should always be going upwards. So plateau is a decline. So you should always work on yourself. Always work on yourself, always improve. Otherwise, you're gonna get beaten by the competition. Anyway, so I landed a job. I was working at the Oval, the sporting Oval, and they'd have like 1 game a week. And then it was just like a casual job, like you didn't have to think about it. I was fucking deep frying chips and shit like that. And I don't know, it's like a job for like young kids, like their first job. It's basically like working at McDonald's, or maybe like slightly above working at like McDonald's or something like that, in my opinion. But the money was pretty good for the hours for an hour of work. It was like $30 an hour or something like that. But you only work like 5 hours a week because there's only one sporting event there a week. I don't even know where I'm walking. That's all right. It's not too far from home. Yes, anyway, I landed a job at a bar, cafe, the cafe restaurant in the end of 2020. And I basically said, I didn't even land the job. I'm gonna be honest here. I was fucking on essentially welfare. Well, if you're in Australia, it's called Centrelink. And they're like supposed to help you find a job. And I wasn't fucking trying to find a job. I was doing the bare minimum like I usually would. And my caseworker, I know where I am now. I guess my caseworker was like, she saw some potential in me. She could tell I was fucking super depressed. I had like not a therapist, but like one from Centrelinks, they like just talk to you and stuff like that. It wasn't like therapy, but like try and like motivate you a little bit. Anyway, one of the guys, someone there is just like, yeah, try out. They need a person at this cafe restaurant. So I was like, all right. So I go there and I said, I know how to pour beer from tap. That's like all I knew how to do from working at the Oval. This cafe restaurant didn't have beer. They should have beer from tap. And they hired me. They still hired me. And the boss was he's a hella funny guy, a bit creepy, but hella funny guy. He hired me. He's like, yeah, basically we needed a boy to work. That's what he said anyway. And I got like the man bun and everything. So yeah, they needed a boy with long hair, I guess, just to fit in with all the girls. And they hired me. And I was fucking horrendous when I started. I basically was just like, I got it. This is my mindset when I was there. It's like, I do not care. I am just going to work. I don't want to talk to anyone. I just give me the fucking dishes and I'll clean the dishes. All at the bar, not the ones in the kitchen, just the bar. That was my job. And then eventually I was like too afraid. Eventually I was like, I have to learn. I was getting like decent hours, I suppose. I was getting decent hours. So I was like, I have to learn how to make coffees and stuff like that. I can't be just doing dishes. I'm 26, 27 years old at that time. So eventually I was too afraid to even make coffees, man. It's like I was afraid I'd like break the machine or something like that. It's stupid. Like even when someone is there, like if I'm about to break it, they're gonna be like, no, just don't do that or whatever. It's like, it's not gonna be like, I don't know. Just ridiculous things like that. Too afraid to do things. Yeah, anyway, I got like better at making coffees. I got better at doing like all the jobs in the bar. And then I was probably there for about, started end of November, in like end of October 2020. And basically by maybe like July or August 2021, they offer me the bar supervisor position. There's a car coming. So they give me the bar supervisor. They offer me the bar supervisor position, and I take it. I don't get paid any more per hour. Well, I do. I got paid a little bit more in cash. So that was it was a bit. It was about like 2 or 3 hours per week. But in the end, I don't really cared about the money. It was more about just having more responsibility, stuff like that. Yeah, just more responsibility. Which is good for me, I think. I was more responsible for things. That's it, forcing me to mature a bit. Anyway. So by the end of December, I ended up quitting that job. I quit the whole place. There was a change in ownership, and the new owners, so the old owners would actually help out, hands-on help out. They do dishes for you. The new owners did not want to do that. It's fair enough. But considering if the old owners are there and they're basically a person on the roster, you got to put and you don't want to do that, well, put someone else on the roster to cover. I'm working, and the old owners did some other jobs that I wouldn't have to do, take all the $100 bills to the bank and get them changed for 5s, 10s, and 20s. So I'd have to leave the restaurant. If there's a fucking massive line at the bank, then I'd be in there for 20 minutes. I only went to the bank 3 times, so it pissed me off every single time I had to go there. So I was basically doing all the old boss's jobs. Me and the restaurant manager were basically not working together at all anymore. We're basically just, except on the busiest nights where you wouldn't have to do that. It was just when in the middle of the day, when it's a cafe and not a restaurant, we'd have to just do all the old boss's jobs, which is fine. I didn't ask for a pay rise when I undertook all these new jobs, but I didn't ask for a pay rise. It was they weren't hard jobs. They were really easy jobs, actually. They're just time consuming to do them all. And I'd have to be away from doing my bar duties, the regular job duties. I better go this way because there's a main road and it's pretty loud. I don't even know if you can hear me. So yeah, and then they were fucking up our pace, everyone's pay slips, not just mine, but everyone's. There'd be just hours missing, shit like that. They said they'd sort it, nothing got sorted. So I basically quit, mainly because of that anyway. All that being said, 2021 was the best year of my life that I can remember. I have 2 or 3 regrets, and they're pretty minor actually. Even the shit that made me angry or sad, I'm actually really happy for myself. Really grateful for it, actually, because that's experience. The worst thing you can do is be sad for fucking no reason. When I was depressed and doing nothing. But at least this time, when I was sad last year, there was a reason for it. And that makes you want to grow, at least, or improve yourself more. I realized I'm not the person I want to be yet. Because I will become that person, or at least get closer to it. this video is 30 minutes long already. I thought I'd be struggling to talk about stuff. I'd be like, oh, this video's gonna be like 5 minutes and it's gonna be kind of lame, but it's fucking 30 minutes already. It's good to get this stuff off my chest, I think. Anyway, I got a new job actually a week ago. Well, I hope it sticks anyway. Just another casual position. At my old job, I was working like full-time hours, more than full-time hours. I wasn't even getting paid overtime. I don't even really, even though we should have been, all the like, me and like the restaurant manager, Georgia, she should have been getting paid a lot more, but it is what it is. Yeah. She should have been getting paid a lot more. I don't really care about the money too much. I just didn't want to be working my ass off for fucking a boss that doesn't care about us, about their employees. It made me hard to care about the business if the fucking owner doesn't really care about it, or at least he doesn't seem to care about it. Anyway, I got a new job, and one that I hope that sticks. It's just at a cafe, another cafe, a very small one. It's not a restaurant, just cafe. Morning to like mid-afternoon. So like basically just walked in and they were just opening. He didn't have any papers or anything like that. So he's just like, he asked me to make a coffee, and it was satisfactory, I suppose, satisfactory to his standards. And I basically was like, yeah, come in next Thursday, Friday, like a week from now. And then he ended up like calling me the next day and asking me to work on the Sunday, like the coming Sunday, like a couple of days later. And I did, and I worked, and I think he was happy with it. It's just I get to learn like this new system at work. It's like mostly just like a few, like how things are specifically done at this cafe compared to the old one. It's not, I don't know, it's good. I've met like 4 people at the cafe, I think. Yeah, 4 people. I don't know how many employees they have. I think maybe a couple more. But yeah, I don't know. I'm like a major crossroads in my life, I suppose. Still don't really know what I want to do, but I think getting some experience, getting experience at something, it's better than fucking nothing, obviously. Anyway, so yeah, 2021, best year of my life that I can fucking remember at all. Let's walk this way and not get hit by a car. Or let's not get hit by a car. So yeah, 2021, best year of my life. Honestly, still like, I don't know, my YouTube channel. So gonna be doing hopefully some self-development stuff, doing a lot of more exercise. I've been doing like getting up early in the morning, quarter to 6, doing 6k run. It's about 6k's anyway. But I haven't done that for the last 2 weeks. That fucking hurt my neck. On my rest day, I've been doing this every day for 3 weeks straight. Even the day right after basketball at night, and I'd do the run. Be fine. My legs would be fucking tired, but I'd do the whole run, and I'd be really refreshed for the rest of the day. I'd feel like good. But yeah, my rest day, I was like, all right, I just want one rest day. And I went for like a full body stretch, and I fucking pinched a nerve in my neck. I couldn't believe it. I was like fucking stiff as a fucking board. I couldn't do anything. My shoulders and upper arms are numb and everything. I couldn't sleep that night. I couldn't get out of bed in the morning. It was horrible. I had a neck brace on. So yeah, another thing I want to do is probably strengthen the muscles in my neck, because my neck's It's kind of long. It's a little bit long, I suppose, and a bit skinny, probably from gaming too much. Fuck, I used to play like Call of Duty 16, like literally. My parents wouldn't let me play during the week, but I was like addicted to Call of Duty. Couldn't, like, I'd be allowed to play Friday night, and that's what I'd do. I'd get home from school Friday night and just play. I'd play, and then Saturday would come and I'd play. Sunday would come and I'd play. And that's like all I did. I don't know, school holidays, I could also play during that. So I played and played and played and played and played. Then uni came around, and I basically just convinced my parents that university, essentially college in the US. Instead of like, I convinced them, like, I'm 18 now. I can play any day I want. And that's what I did. I basically just played and played and played and played and played. And I played until, was it COD 4? I got COD 4. I think World at War was out, but I'd never played World at War. I played it at a friend's house, but I never had a copy of it myself. But I played COD 4 a little bit. I wasn't actually like super into it. I was more into Halo back then, and I wasn't that good at Halo. I think I got to like 35, 6 or 7 in like Team Snipers or something like that, and like 32 in Team SWAT. And that was like all I was good at, because it was like quick kills and I wasn't like that good. So yeah, like, I don't know, when Modern Warfare 2 came out, that was it. I still like wasn't like super into Modern Warfare 2. I was like bouncing between that and Halo. I think because when Modern Warfare 2 came out, the interesting thing was it didn't search by ping. That was like an update that came out maybe a month into the game's cycle, although it felt like 6 months. It was like a month in. So you'd like, most of the time I'd have to play against Americans or people in Europe, and I'd be like one barring. It'd be so bad. But when it came out, when they did an update and it searched by ping, man, that's when it really took off for me. I was like playing so much. I remember my KD was like 0.7 before the thing. After that, and it was like, I played quite a bit before. Maybe not. I don't know. I don't know, eventually, like, this is me. I'm too anxious to play a game type like search and destroy, because, I don't know. I was just like, people are gonna laugh at me if I fuck up or something like that, because they're just like, because they're watching you, because they have to spectate if they die. And if you fuck up, they're gonna laugh at you. Anyway, like one day I was just like, let's play search and destroy. I don't know. And I became addicted to search and destroy. I was like, I had to get good at the game type. It was just like, it made you think more than like, well, maybe not think more, but at least think differently compared to like domination or team deathmatch. And maybe a bit more in depth, I guess, but yeah, I had to be as good as I could, and I watched all these YouTube tutorials on how to be good at it. First on definitely next gen tactics. I watched fucking every single one of like your search and destroy videos. It's a shame that you guys are not around anymore. But yeah, you guys helped me. Like every single, of public anyway, public. I did watch your game battles videos as well, it was interesting. And I did try competitive myself in Australia with like Cyber Gamer. That really woke me up to how like good some people can be at Call of Duty. Like, these guys don't even play, like, I was pretty good at public matches, but like these guys don't even play public matches. You never get stomped by them because you'd never fucking see them there. They'd always be playing private. And that was in like Black Ops 2, like 3 or 4 years later, and I was still playing Call of Duty. Anyway, I racked up on my original account 110 days played. 110 days of fucking Modern Warfare 2. I remember in math class in high school, Not for like an exercise. Some like teacher's like, oh, you can calculate something interesting. No, I just did it because I wasn't listening. I calculated how much of my fucking life I'd spent playing, like, I think it was just Modern Warfare 2, because that was like the only thing. It was 110 days played on my main account, and I had like a couple of accounts after that, which I gave away my main account for fucking no reason. I was just like, yeah, you can have it because I had a different game. I didn't even sell it. I probably could have sold it. I just gave it away because I didn't care about the money. I just gave the fucking account away. So yeah, I just gave it away. I had like 110 days played, and I was in high school, probably like 18, 17. I think it came out to like some percent above like 1% of my life. I played Call of Duty, and it didn't stop. I wasn't even like ashamed about it. I was just like, yeah, it was above 1% of my life, like since being born. I don't want to walk over this bridge. I come running along this track here, but I can't be bothered going over the bridge. Just walk this way. Anyway, I kept playing until I think the last Call of Duty I bought was World War II. It was an alright game, I suppose, but yeah, basically all my friends that I had online that I played Search and Destroy with, we kind of just didn't play anymore. I don't know if you get, like, I don't even talk to you guys anymore, but we had a hell of a good time. I still, who was it? The first guy, Mitch. I won't say your last name because I don't want to dox you, but Clutch Z, or what was the other gamer tag? You had like 4 gamer tags, man. Clutch Z, that was your last one. Hope you're doing well, man. Who was the second guy? Clicks. Hope you're doing well. Who else? There was Cold War. Not to be confused with the game. There's a guy called Cold War. I think he changed his gamer tag again afterwards. I can't remember what he changed it to. Oh no, he had Cold War and he changed it to something else that also had Cold War, I think. Anyway, Joe. I know your name's actual Joe. But yeah, I know you're doing well because I'm friends with you on Facebook, and it seems like you're accomplishing some actual fucking things in life, which is good. Proud of you, man. There's another guy. There's a lot of people, man, I played COD with. There's a brother and sister. I think they were twins. Sam and I think it was Hannah. Hope you two are doing well. Wreckage, I can't remember your first name, man, but Wreckage, I remember you're from Canberra, I reckon. Hope you're doing well. I feel like your name started with a B, but I don't remember. I know you played with a keyboard and mouse. You had a bit of an edge over all of us. Anyway. Game Tacticians, yeah. What a name, Game Tacticians. You had a few other gamer tags afterwards. That was the first one I saw. It was like, anyway, you're a funny guy. You sounded like you were older than me, but you're actually younger. I reckon you were like 2 or 3 years younger than me. You're a funny guy. Man, there was so many funny people. Dude, and then and then it like took off. There was like we had like made a clan like thing or whatever when Call of Duty Ghosts came out. I wasn't the leader of it, but like the slap clan, get the slap, just fucking slap people in public matches. But there's some cyclists coming up ahead, but I reckon they'll ride around me. Anyway, the slap clan, there was like a whole bunch of us. There was like 20 or 30 of us, and you had to have like a 3 KD to be like even be considered. And I'd like, thankfully I barely had a 3 KD in Call of Duty Ghosts. Ghosts is like not my game. It's better at Black Ops 2. I'd probably average, like, if I was like not fucking sweating, I could have like, well, if it was like maximum sweat, it was like just over 4, but with like 90% sweat, I could hold a 3. Whatever. Everything I do to be just good at something, to like ease myself off of like depression, just to be good at something. Yeah. Anyway, I don't even know where this video is really going. So, back to Punch-Out. Fucking Punch-Out. I think I need to give a big thanks to basically all you guys. I know I'm gonna forget some names, and there's so many new people now that I've like basically never spoken to. And like, aside from give them, or they'd ask a question in the Discord, and I just answer them. They've probably never spoken to me. They're just like, who the fuck is this Pap guy, like moderator in the Discord? I've never seen him play the fucking game, but he just knows, he just says things and apparently it's true. Like, people are like, fuck, I put a lot of time into Punch-Out. So yeah, big thanks. Firstly, obviously, Sinister One. I learnt of you, Luke Miller, that was your YouTube channel name. I know that's not your real name. I'm one of the few people that does know your real name. Anyway, at least I think it is anyway. And I understand. Anyway. Yeah, Luke Miller, Sinister One. Man, I fucking, when I played the game as a kid, I'm born in 1994. My uncle like just gave us his like Nintendo. I had a PAL copy of Punch-Out and I couldn't beat. I was basically like, me, my brother and my dad would play it like every now and then. We could all get up to Super Macho Man, but we couldn't like beat him. We just get fucked up. The super spin, none of us could like ever fully avoided the super spin. Ironically, it was because we were buffering fucking dodges. We'd be like, dude, I couldn't even like time it properly. I was too young. Like, just couldn't time it properly. And it's so like disheartening to get sent back to like Don 2. You just like, we never like practiced Super Macho Man enough. I didn't know the Super Macho Man code. Didn't know you could just search for it on the internet. Anyway, yeah, couldn't get past him. We just get hit by too many punches. Anyway, so the first like thing I found was like, I reckon it was just after high school, maybe just in high school. I searched up how to beat Super Macho Man or something like that on YouTube, and I came across your video of, it was like Super Macho Man beaten in like, I saw like the 0 minutes. I was just like, it was like 0:50 something. I was just like, what the there's no way this is legit. There is no fucking way anyone can beat Super Macho Man. I remember punching him. You fucking do no damage to him. I don't know about guard manip, nothing like that. It was fucking, and I watched, I was just like, holy shit, he's just destroying him. He's just punching him. And the Super Macho Man's one of those characters with a slow guard, and you can do guard manip and do all this fancy shit to him. It's probably one of the most interesting fights because of that. In fact, I think he is the most interesting fight in the game. Piston Honda 2 is also interesting, but because he has a similar guard. Anyway, I saw that video. I was just like, man, if I was just like, that was it. That was the spark, I think, was that video. And then, I don't know, but after that, it was the next bit of exposure. I think it was from your Twitch channel. And I don't even think I put 2 and 2 together that Luke Miller was Sinister One, because it was your Twitch channel. I was looking through this is when I was first getting into Twitch. I didn't know. I was just like, I knew about Twitch, but I never like went on. I was like, I didn't understand what the point of watching live streams was. It was just, I just watch YouTube. It's the same thing, isn't it? I don't know. I don't want to be on 2 different platforms instead of 1. Anyway, so I was like, finally getting into Twitch. And I think I found Sinister One, as I think I followed you first. I had a different account. I wasn't even MTPO. I had a different account on Twitch. And then I forgot the password for it, and I forgot the email for it, so it was basically gone, and then I had to make the MTPO account. So I followed you. Let's walk back this way, because, I don't know. Basically coming up into an intersection again. The MTPO account. So yeah, I think I followed you first. And I found you had like started the first part of your world circuit tutorial. So you had like Honda 2, Soda, and Bull 2. Man, my arm's hurting. So you had that out, and I was just like, all right. I think like just after that you'd come out, maybe like a week or two later, you would come out with your world circuit tutorial. So I was like, the second half of your world circuit tutorial. Yeah, I think the second person I followed was Worcester, just because I liked Pokemon, and Pokemon runs are kind of interesting because, I don't know, I played like all the Pokemon games up till Gen 4. Anyway. Yeah, so I kind of like just practiced. I'd practice in between. So Call of Duty, you like play the game, and then you'd be in the lobby for like a minute, and then there's a loading screen. So it's like 2 minutes of downtime in between games, and I just practice Punch Out on my laptop, on emulator, on a keyboard, like in between Call of Duty matches. That's how like fucking addicted to gaming I was. I'd be like, even when I was waiting for shit like to happen, I'd be practicing a different game. Anyway, so yeah, big thanks to Sinister One. Ironically, I never intended to stream. I only streamed because I got good at Fred's Cool Punch Out 2 Turbo, which is a story I'll tell in a minute, I suppose. Fucking 52 minutes long already, this video. Let's cross the road and go down the street. Anyway, interesting stuff. Or at least interesting for me. Yeah. So second person, Zalad won. Probably the second runner I became aware of. I thought you two, Sinister and Zalad, had like some massive rivalry in my like immature brain, but it wasn't friendly rivalry, obviously. Like, I don't know. Why am I picking sides? I don't know. Just follow them both. So I did. I know Zalad was more into Super Punch Out, and I don't really know shit about Super Punch Out, so I didn't really watch Zalad as much as Sinister. But yeah, big thanks to you guys. Actually Zalad. Zalad was the first person to host me from memory. Ever host me. Because I was like, Zalad has been streaming for 2 hours every time the last like 2 weeks. You know what? I'll start up my stream exactly like an hour 50 into his stream, and then I might get a host. Oh, so sneaky. And then he hosted me. Anyway, thanks Zalad for that. Give me a few followers. Playing Fred's Cool Punch Out 2 Turbo. I'd say it's still the best ROM hack of Mike Tyson's Punch Out. It's very interesting. Cool strategies. Yeah, cool game. Its namesake says so. That's it. It's in the fucking title of the game. Play it. Yeah. Anyway, so big thanks to you guys. Third runner I came across was a Weejawy. Thank you, man. I don't know. We didn't really speak too much. I know you weren't really playing Fred's, I don't think you ever did play Freds, but still, you're another inspiration for me to get good at the game, get good at Punch Out. Fourth runner, it's either Salt or Jack Wedge, but I don't remember. I feel like it was probably Jack Wedge, because Jack was another person who was playing Freds right when I had a reason to play Freds. I didn't even know there was Punch Out ROM hacks. It's like, let's play Freds. I was interesting, so I got into Freds because I was interested in routing. That's why I was like, I don't really care about speedrunning that much. I just want to come up with a strategy or something like that. I was interested in that part. And I was like, well, there's no point in doing it in Punch Out, because in regular Mike Tyson's Punch Out, because, most of the shit's already been found. And I don't know shit about the game, but Freds is fresh. No one's done any routing for it yet. People were just starting, so I was like, I'll come up with a few things, and I did. That gave me like pretty decent confidence boost. And I was like, all right, and then I started streaming. So yeah, thanks Jack Wedge as well for being another inspiration for me to start streaming. All right, Summoning Salt. Thank you for, just being there. Like you were there pretty much like most of my early streams. Basically started learning at pretty similar times. Maybe you started learning a few months before me, or a month, I don't know, but you're learning. You got a lot better faster than I did, but that's not the point. The point is you were there and you helped me, you helped me learn, you pushed me, came up with strategies, we did some routing, good stuff. And Dave P. Thank you, man. I need to send you some shit, because you sent me like hundreds of dollars worth of shit. Not shit, of like power packs and cartridges, and I haven't fucking sent you jack shit yet. I still got the stubby holder to send you. It's still in my room. It's a bit dusty, but I'll clean it up before sending it to you. I'll get you in a Sarah something, I suppose. Yeah, so thank you. You're pretty much there almost every stream as well. Like, fucking, you're like there probably the most. Smashing out your attempts offline while watching me. So good. Thank you, man. And now it's like come to the time where I literally don't remember what order people came in. D-Tysonator, thank you. You're like probably the most positive fucking dude. One of the most positive dudes I've ever met. And I haven't even really met you. I haven't really spoken to you, but just from your like attitude that I've seen, is like, yes, super duper positive about everything. So thank you. Kept some positivity in my life. Counteract my negativity. But yeah, thank you. I remember you sent me like literally a brand new cartridge of Mike Tyson's Punch Out, a version 4A. After I got my sub 16 on version 1. I think it's the first sub. I don't know if it's the only sub 16 on version 1, but it's not that there's like any actual difference, but on a version 1 cartridge, the first one that Dave sent me, the version 1 cartridge. Yeah, so thank you, D-Tysonator, for that. Like a literally brand new copy of Punch Out. It looks brand new anyway. It like feels brand new. You put it in my NES and it just works first time. No issues. So thank you, D-Tysonator. Now I don't remember the order people kind of like came in, so I'm gonna have to just thank you all like all at once. I think Retro Gamer, Hefe Man, Mystery Man, Brandon De Silva, there's gonna be a few of you that I just miss out on. Anyways, let's call that the first group. Thank you all for supporting me, motivating me to get better. And yeah. Congrats, Hefe Man, on holding the summer best, the IL summer best. You've got a bit of a duality there. I have the high score summer best, and you have the IL summer best. Someone take one of my high scores off me. I've held them for too long. All right, the second group of people. We're back on this street. I don't know, let's go. I like this alleyway. I think I've come home from town 1 or 2 times in this alleyway, and I've probably vomited just there or something because I was drunk as fuck. Anyway, second group of people. Well, I don't even know now. It's just like not a group. It's just like people, not a group. Just like I literally don't know the order. But all right, Lucandor, thank you for being when Summoning Salt could no longer be my rival because you're just so much better than me. You're my second. Well, actually, and Dave P was my rival because we were kind of at the same level, and I kind of overtook Dave. But you're my late game rival when you beat my 1542 with I don't know if you beat it with Hippo Minippo, but yeah, you were like probably my last rival, and then I used Hippo Minippo to beat you back. But yeah, that's basically the last time I ran single segment. I think I literally Hippo Minippo came out and I played single segment for like, it doesn't feel like long. I'm gonna guess like 2 or 3 weeks, and I got 2 PBs. I went from 1542, like de-rusted single segment, 1542, and got down to 1524 in like 2 or 3 weeks. And that was basically it. I was happy with getting just a sub 16 really. That was my initial goal, and everything after that was just a bonus. So yeah, thanks Lucandor. Thank you for all the work you did with tassing and stuff like that. We need every community like that needs someone like just to do all the tiny little things. I can do like a few tiny things with all the, you know, investigating the game at like the deepest level, but you know, I don't have like the coding knowledge or anything like that. I can do like a bit of tassing. That reminds me, I forgot to thank someone. McHazard, thank you McHazard. There's more indirect thanks because you didn't really motivate me to play more, but just thank you for like putting all your fucking effort into Punch Out, like so much effort into Punch Out, coming up with all these insane task strategies, and even strategies that like are not like in the task, but they're useful for people to get lower times. So thank you. Zox Socks, thank you for like Lucandor and McHazard tassing and doing all the tiny little investigations and stuff like that, helping me with my high score tutorial at the end there. Thank you. I still don't understand the Sandman thing, but that doesn't matter. It's not even like relevant to the tutorial. I just wanted it there. And I just wanted it in there. It's not even useful. Like no one's ever going to need that knowledge because you just force punches on Sandman anyway. I don't know. Now who's next? I know K3. You weren't really my rival, and I said I'd come back if you beat me, but it's not happening. Sorry, man. I think you're like a 1528, maybe. Maybe you beat me today, I don't know. But like, thank you, you were there. Helped me out. I don't know. I guess maybe you didn't really help me out so much, but you were still there, so thank you. You're part of the community. You know, you basically took my moderator job on speedrun.com. Actually, maybe I don't know. I didn't want to be. I was sick of moderating. It was just shit job. You don't even get paid to do it. I didn't want to watch people's PBs. Like that was basically when I knew. I was like, I didn't want to play MTPO anymore. It's like I just don't care about other people's PBs. Like I don't care about watching them back. It was like a chore, like a bad chore to do. So anyway, thanks K3, you were there. Thank you like to the whole community, I think. I feel like I've forgotten one of you guys. Like, I know board 555. Yeah, that's 4 5s. Board 5555. Thanks for like pushing me in high score a bit actually at the start. Remember we were doing a bit of battles on Honda 1. You were the first person to get 27,000 from memory. And I remember you sent me a TAS of, or not a TAS, but a replay, FCUX replay of it. So it was legit, I think. From memory it was. So you actually held the record for Honda 1 for a little while. But obviously I had to beat you. Sorry, man. Anyway, thanks, board. Man. I'm like just trying to find reasons to like delay ending this video now. It's kind of fun making this actually. I literally walked for like a kilometer longer than I needed to before I started recording because I was too anxious to start recording. Don't know what about. I was supposed to do this like the day after my last part of the Tyson high score tutorial came out, but yeah. It would suck if this fucking whole recording and you can't even hear my voice for some reason. That would be real lame. Really, really lame. Yeah. I still feel, I'm trying to just think, I feel like I've forgotten someone to thank. Thanks to the Australian speedrunning crew. I didn't even know about you guys for like so long. I don't even remember when my first run was. I feel like it was 2018 or 2017. Just a regular single segment run at the UniSA McGill campus. So thank you Astrius and Softman25 for putting all that together back then. I know you have a bigger team now with like Worcester, Stan, I think Nay does tech stuff. And then, I don't know, some other people rotate in and out of jobs. Nace, I know he's one of the people now. I don't know. There's like a few of you guys I talk to more than the others. I don't know. Gonna be honest, you guys are not usually the people I hang around with. I don't really, I mean, I guess I would call you guys the stereotypical nerdy crowd, which is, you know, not to be mean or anything, but you guys are just not the type of people I'd hang around with. Although you guys would, yeah, the type of people I hang around with are, they bring other issues into my life. But let's go this way. Yeah. But yeah, anyway, it was cool to hang around with you guys. Rex, I know I watched a lot of your Crash streams. I haven't seen you stream in a while, but I haven't really been on Twitch so much either lately. Well, lately I have been on, but like last year I basically wasn't on at all. Didn't have like time. So yeah, Rex, Nace, Stan, Liquid Wi-Fi. Dude, there's so many of you guys. Anyway, thanks to the whole like Australian speedrunning crew. It's interesting hanging out there, hanging with you guys. People I would not normally hang around with. It's definitely different experience. You're all like super chill. And even though you guys are like, I'd consider you guys like more nerdy, perhaps, than others. No, that's a bad thing, but you guys are fucking more confident than I am. Or at least, when I was there, I was not confident at all. But I became, yeah, at least when I started, I wasn't confident at all. So yeah, guys so much. Man, is there anyone else? I literally cannot. I cannot think of it. I cannot think. Yes. Hour 10 minutes. All right. I apologize if I forgot anyone. I really do apologize. But yeah, thank you all so much for being there in one of the worst times of my life. Definitely helped me out through some tough times for sure. But yeah, anyway, I won't be going back to speedrunning or high score. So if you guys are subbed on this channel for that, you guys can unsub, because I understand you sub for the punch out stuff or the gaming stuff. I still might do chess, maybe a little bit, but I don't know. If I can somehow make it entertaining, I don't know. I gotta buy a webcam. I don't know. Anyway. So yeah, sincerely thank you all. Thank you guys so much for just being there and helping me learn, motivating me to do at least something rather than nothing, because doing nothing is stewing in my own misery was really bad. But at least you guys gave me some some amount of joy, at least for a little while. But I've been able to overcome some stuff since then, so, and I guess that's forced me to I just kind of just grew away from gaming. I don't play many video games at all. I kind of replaced that addiction with chess, even though I don't play. The good thing is I don't play as much chess as I used to play video games, so there's that. Definitely some things I need to work on. So things I need to work on is my just general internet addiction. I fucking still spend so much time just watching YouTube videos. I don't really watch Netflix at all. I don't really watch any TV. I don't watch the news. But yeah, just I like a lot of YouTube. There's just so much content there to watch, but you're never gonna ever watch it all. Anyway, that's one thing I need to get rid of, is I suppose just general internet addiction. I'm not addicted to social media or anything like that. I don't have Instagram. I don't have TikTok. Thank God. I literally despise TikTok. I won't even watch the TikToks my fucking friends send me. I just refuse to watch them. I watch a couple, but just I watch it and I'm just yeah, it wasn't even that funny, man. I don't know. Don't have TikTok. But yeah, just general internet addiction where I just consume content. I gotta get rid of that shit. The good thing about the job last year was it forced me to not be on the internet so much, because I was working in a cafe. Basically full-time, more than full-time hours. I was doing overtime. You're supposed to get paid overtime if you work over 38 hours if you're a casual or something, and I was working probably 42 hours a week, sometimes more, sometimes less, but on average 42, and not getting my overtime. Anyway, I guess I'll call the video here. Yeah, thanks for watching, guys. If you made it this long into the video, it's a very long one. I've never done a video like this. I don't know if I will make any more videos like this. Maybe if I have things to update you guys on, progress in my life or something like that. Because honestly, still don't know what I'm doing. but at least I don't know what direction I want to go in life, but I guess the thing is, at least what I'm doing now is I'm walking in a direction and not just standing still. Don't stand still. Do something, guys. Thanks.